so excited to do this. Hi, my name is Chloe and I live in New Zealand. I am a primary school teacher and I am 7 months pregnant with an IVF miracle baby, and I have epilepsy. And that's why I decided to start this channel, because I'm going to be making videos navigating my journey through pregnancy, teaching, motherhood and epilepsy. So keep watching. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and why I decided to start this channel and do what I'm doing right now. So firstly, like I said, I live in New Zealand, all the way down at the bottom of the world. Sometimes we're on maps, sometimes we're not. Roll the dice. I live with my husband. He's also a teacher. We met at Teachers College. I also live with our cat, who sometimes tolerates me, sometimes doesn't. He is definitely my husband's cat. His name is Bill Bailey. So when I was first diagnosed with epilepsy about 8 or 9 years ago, I went through a huge range of emotions and took a long time to process my new normal and this huge life-changing diagnosis. So I researched, because that's what I do, and I thought I could outsmart it. It's not how it works, as I found out the hard way. It's something that I'm going to go through as well. Is this the way that I coped and the best ways that I found to help me cope with this new diagnosis? Because no matter how I felt about it, no matter how much I tried to control it, it was life-changing. It changed everything, and I was so determined it wouldn't, but it did. So while I was doing all of my research, I found a lot of the sources were very informative, very factual, and a lot from people like doctors, people like organizations that were more like fact sheets rather than personal experiences. And it would have been so nice to just have a video like this that I could turn to that just told people about the experience of having epilepsy and what it's like to have a seizure and what it's like to go through life and go through experiences with epilepsy. One of the very best things that happened to me when I was very early diagnosed was one of my friends, who happens to now be my husband, connected me with one of his friends who had had epilepsy his entire life. And when we Skyped, I suddenly had another person who was going through the same thing, and I felt so much less alone, and like someone else was going through the same things, and I could say things and he got what I meant. And it was just like this light bulb moment of, I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this. There are other people out there who are going through the same things that I am. And it was so different than reading all of the what to expect, how to deal with a diagnosis, feelings you might be feeling, things on websites and even videos that doctors and stuff had put on, which are very informative and very important, but hard to connect to, especially in that early stage when you've just been diagnosed. So like I said, I am about 7 months pregnant with our IVF miracle baby. It took us about 4 years to get pregnant, and we had to go through IVF to actually get the bubba that is growing in my belly at the moment. So this is a much longed for, worked for baby. So obviously pregnancy and epilepsy comes with certain complications, certain concerns. I'm going to be going through those in future videos. As a teacher, I found pretty much nothing about what it's like to be a teacher with epilepsy. There's heaps of really great resources to be a teacher teaching somebody with epilepsy and having a student in your class with epilepsy. But even when I called my local advocacy group, the things that they could send me were resources about teaching somebody with epilepsy. None of them had anything that they could give me about being the person in charge of all these tiny humans and being the one with a seizure disorder. And so over the years I've had to create my own kind of strategies and tricks and ways of dealing with being the teacher with epilepsy. And that goes from telling the staff at my school, telling the kids at my school, telling the parents at my school, making sure that they're aware of it. And yeah, I've taught everywhere from the babies at 5 years old all the way up to the big guys getting ready to go to high school. So it changes depending on the age of, you know, how you tell the class, how you tell the parents. And so I have come up with all of these strategies just out of necessity, having to do this pretty much by myself, and I don't want you guys to have to do that. If you're a teacher with epilepsy, I don't want you to have to do that by yourself. I want you to be able to come and find somebody else who's done it already and is doing that already. It was very similar coming through this with being pregnant. A lot of the videos and a lot of the information out there is very, very dry, very factual, very, all of these things could go wrong, and it's not great for anxiety. So having a video from another mum's point of view would have been so helpful and would be so helpful. You know, even still having a few weeks to go in my pregnancy, I would love to know what it's actually like giving birth with epilepsy. You know, what should I expect? Yeah, I know everybody's different, but even having some videos or some experiences, you know, there are so many birth stories out there, but finding one from a mum with epilepsy is so hard. And so that's why I'm here, because there is a gap in information out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some great resources out there about information about epilepsy, but in terms of personal experiences and someone talking from an authentic, honest, personal point of view, I found it was really, really lacking. And so that's why I wanted to start this channel. I wanted to come to you guys and share my experiences, be open, be honest, and hopefully help you guys with, if you're going through a similar situation, or if somebody you love is going through a similar situation, help you understand a little bit more about what they're going through. I wanted to give you that kind of information based on my own experience, as opposed to just the facts, which can be scary, which can overwhelm you sometimes, and which can sometimes not be that helpful. So I wanted to help you guys in any way that I can. Now, I also wanted to encourage you guys to be open and honest about your condition and about your epilepsy, and show you that it's okay to talk about it. So I would love to hear from you. I'm going to link my social media down below. Hit me up on my Instagram, hit me up on Facebook. I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear any ideas you have for future videos. If you liked this video and you want to learn more about my journey or my experiences, hit that subscribe button. If you liked this video, hit that thumbs up. I would love to hear more from you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And just remember, no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard it seems, you've got this.